This is You Are Special by Max Lucado. The Wimwicks were small wooden people. All the people were carved by a woodworker named Eli. His workshop sat on a hill overlooking their village. Each Wimwick was different. Some had big noses, others had large eyes. Some were tall, others were short. Some wore hats, others wore coats. But all were made by the same carver, and all lived in the same village. And all day, every day, the Wimwicks did the same thing. They gave each other stickers. Each Wimwick had a box of golden star stickers and a box of gray dot stickers. Up and down the streets all over the city, people spent their days sticking stars or dots on one another. The pretty ones, those with smooth wood and fine paint, always got stars. But if the wood was rough or the paint was chipped, then the Wimwicks gave dots. The talented ones got stars too. Some could lift big sticks high above their heads or jump over tall boxes. Still others knew big words or could sing pretty songs, and everyone gave them stars. Some Wimwicks had stars all over them. Every time they got a star, it made them feel so good. It made them want to do something else and get another star. Others, though, they could do little, and all they got were dots. Punchinello was one of those. He tried to jump high like others, but he always fell. And when he fell, the others would gather around him and give him dots. Sometimes when he fell, his wood got scratched, so the people would give him even more dots. Then he would try to explain why he fell, and he would say something silly, and then the Wimwicks would give him even more dots. After a while, he had so many dots that he didn't want to go outside. He was afraid he would do something dumb, such as forget his hat, or step in the water, and then people would give him another dot. In fact, he had so many gray dots that the people would come up and give him one for no reason at all. He deserves lots of dots, the wooden people thought and would agree with one another. He's not a good wooden person. And after a while, Punchinello believed them. I'm not a good Wimwick, he would say. The few times he went outside, he hung around with other Wimwicks who had a lot of dots because he felt better when he was around them. One day he met a Wimwick who was unlike any he had ever met. She had no dots or stars. She was just wooden. Her name was Lucia. It wasn't that people didn't try to give her stickers. It's just that the stickers didn't stick. Some of the Wimwicks admired Lucia for having no dots, and so they would run up to her and give her a star. But it would fall off. And others would look down on her for not having any stars, and so they would give her a dot. But they wouldn't stay either. That's the way I want to be, thought Punchinello. I don't want anyone's marks. So he asked the stickerless Wimwick how she did it. It's easy, Lucia replied. Every day I go to see Eli. Eli? Yes, Eli, the wood carver. I sit in his workshop with him. Well, why? Well, why don't you go find out for yourself? Go up the hill, he's there. And with that, the Wimwick, who had no stickers, turned and skipped and went away. But will he want to see me? Punchinello cried out. Lucia didn't hear, so Punchinello just went home. He sat near a window and watched the wooden people as they scurried around, giving each other stars and dots. It's not right, he muttered to himself. And so that night he decided to go to Eli. He walked up the narrow path onto the top of the hill and stepped into a big shop. His wooden eyes widened at the size of everything. The stool was as tall as he was. He had to stretch on his tippy toes to see the top of the workbench. A hammer was as long as his arm. And Punchinello swallowed hard. I'm not staying here, and so he turned to leave, and then he heard his name. Punchinello? The voice was deep and strong. Punchinello stopped. Punchinello, how good to see you. Come and let me have a look at you. Punchinello turned slowly and looked around at the large bearded craftsman. You know my name, the little Wimwick asked. Of course I do. I made you. Eli stooped down and picked him up and sat him on the bench. The maker spoke thoughtfully as he looked at the gray dots. Looks like you've been given some bad marks. I didn't mean to, Eli. I tried really hard. Oh, you don't have to defend yourself to me, child. I don't care what the other Wimwicks think. You don't? Well, no, and you shouldn't either. Who are they to give you stars or dots? They're Wimwicks just like you. What they think doesn't matter, Punchinello. All that matters is what I think. And I think you are pretty special. Punchinello laughed. Me? Special? Why? I can't walk fast. I can't jump. My paint is peeling. Why do I matter to you? Eli looked at Punchinello, put his hands on those small wooden shoulders, and spoke very slowly. Because you are mine. That's why you matter to me. Punchinello had never had anyone look at him like this, much less his maker. He didn't even know what to say. Every day I've been hoping you'd come, Eli explained. I came because I met someone who had no mark, said Punchinello. I know, she told me about you. Well, why don't the stickers stay on her? The maker spoke softly. Because she has decided that what I think is more important than what they think. The stickers only stick if you let them. What? The stickers only stick if they matter to you. The more you trust my love, the less you care about their stickers. Well, I'm not sure that I really understand. Eli smiled. You will, but it will take time. You've got a lot of marks, but for now, just come to see me every day, and let me remind you how much I care. So Eli lifted Punchinello off the bench and set him on the ground. Remember, Eli said as the Wimwick walked out the door, you are special because I made you, and I don't make mistakes. Punchinello didn't stop, but in his heart he thought, I think he really means it. And when he did, a dot fell to the ground. Boys and girls, never forget, you are special. The end.